Hello everyone. Well, it's day 3. Day 3 for my Gummiapan advent calendar. Oh my goodness. 2 already. 2 cards made. Where are they? Here they are. This was my first one with the first die. This was the second one. So, what will today bring? I ask myself. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh dear, all these. Day 3, here it is, day 3. Let's see what little bit of jollity we've got in this one today. Gummiapan Christmas Calendar 2022. Oh my word. Oh, we've got a little chap. We've got a beard and a bobble and a hat and a body. So I've got my card base ready, all cut, saving time. Well, the first thing I always do is to cut him out and see what they look like. I've got a little tiny scrap here. Will this fit on? Looks like it. Let's just cut these out and we'll see, oh, just about, what we've got. There we are. A beard, a hat, a bobble, and a body. Oh, right. Oops, things go flying on the floor down there. Right, let's see. What can we do with this little chap? A beard, a hat. Oh, there's his bobble. There is his bobble. I think that's had it now. Right. A body. And a hat. And a bobble. Let's just pop these on my magnetic sheet for a minute so I don't lose them. Lots of Gummiapan's dies are really quite small and it's so easy to lose them if you're not careful. So what we're going to do with this chap, is he an elf or is he a troll or is he Santa? We don't know. Let me colour in his, I'll colour in his hat and his body. If I do it red, I always, well, nearly always choose these 2 colours of Copic markers. This one is R59 and this one is R46. And they are some of the few Copic markers that I've actually got specific refills for. I have to say, someone gave me a tip the other day, which I thought was absolutely magic. They said, if you've got dried up Copic markers and you haven't got, the refill for them, you can just add some alcohol to them and it'll revive them. Well, I had a whole bunch of the neutrals, the beiges and all that kind of stuff in the drawer, and they were all absolutely dry as a bone, both ends, absolutely dry. They'd been sitting in the drawer for years. So I put in some alcohol and it's like Lazarus rising from the dead. I've got some alcohol in this little bottle here. And I just inserted that into the nozzle when I'd taken a nib out, and it was amazing. I don't think it's probably the absolute colour that you would get if you were refilling with, the actual proper refill. But my goodness, it was amazing. I was staggered. So I was really grateful to whomever that was who passed on that little bit of a tip. I thought it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I've just put a bit of shading down one side. I always do it on that particular side, but now I'm just going to blend that colour in. A little bit of shading down between the tail of the hat and the body of the hat itself. So there we are, there's his hat. Now for the body. It's a funny shaped body, I have to say, but he is a jolly chap, I suppose, isn't he? It's a bit like my old man. Oh, he wouldn't thank me for hearing me say that, I don't suppose. Right. There's a nice red coat. Look at that. Wow. Feels like this one needs a bit of a refill too. I'll have to get my... I do have the refill for this one. I bought one because I like the brightness of the red. But I've thrown some Copics away in the past that I wish I hadn't now, because I probably could have let them go on a little bit longer. And of course, it's always the colours that you like that you throw away because they've worn out. Right, so we've got a body, we've got a hat, we've got a bobble, we've got a beard. Just give my hands a bit of a wipe because I don't want to get red on the bits that aren't supposed to be red. I have got a Gummiapan die, same make as this, obviously, that says Merry Christmas in a circle. Where's my Gummiapan dies? This is Merry Christmas in a circle. Now, what happens to this? I think when I cut this out, it just cuts like the whole thing solidly. If I fancy him peeping out through it, I would have to use a die to make a hole so that he could peep out from the Merry Christmas. There's some bits in there. Let me just try. Get another bit of scrap. This is the size piece of card I have left over if I cut a square card, and I've got this one. Do I fancy that one? I wonder if I've got I would fancy a square card for this. Let me see. I've got a square card cut. Yeah, here's one. This is this is a 5-inch card, I think. So he would look. I think he would look nice on a square card. Right, what am I doing? I want to cut this out, but I want it to be surrounding an aperture. So I need to make an aperture in it. So let's have a look here. What we have. Can you see this? Yes. Circles. Right. Circle. Looks like that one. Is that the one? Yeah, that looks like it. That should make an aperture in that. These press cut dies I just find so useful. There's just so many sizes. It's absolutely brilliant. I'll get a bit of low-tack tape just to keep this in position, because there is a tendency for it to sort of slide once it gets in the machine. Let's bring this down here. I have bought the new extended platform plates for this, but I got them out of the box and had a quick play, but what I thought would be certain ways of doing things didn't work out quite as I'd anticipated, so I think I need to do a little bit of experimentation. Right, let's do this. Now, if I want to have, I could have put this straight onto the front of the card, but if I want to have him peeping out through, let me keep that on. Let's take the die off the back, the die cut off the back. If I want him to peep through, I need to cut a panel and have the hole in the middle. Let's have another couple of these, because this is going to need to be stacked to be effective, I think. I could do with about 3 of these, I would have thought. So while they're still taped together in the same position, I should be able to get 3 of them. Let's get rid of this. Ooh, come out wherever you are. There we go. There's 2. And I think we'll have 1 more. 1 more. I don't quite know what you do without a hole in the middle of this. It would just be flat, and I don't know. Prefer to have an aperture. I always like a little bit of interest. I think if you've got a clean and simple card where there's not a lot of actual things going on, what you do with the things is kind of important, really. So there's my piece of scrap. Let's get this out. I don't think it's got a hole anywhere, just to poke. No, that's not a poke it out. No, that's that. Come out. This one left it here. Yes, there we are. Perfect. Right. So there are the 3 that I'm going to stack to put on the front. I need a panel with this aperture in. So let me, have I got a piece of card here I could cut the panel from. Dies again. Let's have a look. I'll probably lose some of those by the time I finish looking with all of these. I think that would be quite nice. Have a panel that size. There we are. And I want an aperture in it, so I will take this, put this in here. I want the aperture. I'd like it in the middle. For some reason, I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I would fancy it in the middle. That's about okay. There must be some red somewhere on my fingers. I can see it on this tape. Oh, so daisy. Okay. It's not quite right. Let's move this across a bit. Okay. I don't know. That's better. That is better. Right, cut out my panel. Ooh. Right, here we are. Bit of scrap left there. Take out my, let's put these in here for now. Right, there's my that's how I would like it, like this. Now I just need to stick these together to form, I think these little, yeah, they do. These tiny little bits do actually come out. Just give them a poke. I'm sure that'll be enough. Some tiny bits all over the table. Right. Right, let me just put some glue on this. This fat-tipped glue pen means that you can get quite a lot of area covered in one sweep. Right, I don't know if these match whichever way round you put them, but we'll hope for the best. That looks fine. Just poke a few of these again. Not that I think it makes a huge amount of difference, really. There we are. Right. Let's glue this one. Before I get anything dropped into that, put this one on the top. To say, I think that they must be absolutely equidistant because they seem to fit whichever way I put them. Okay. Lovely. I really like this. Merry Christmas, everyone. Right. That's going to go onto there. So let me stick that on. I am kind of rushing. If I was doing this in the ordinary way, not doing a video, an expose, I would take a lot more time over different, aspects of it just to make sure things were just perfect. But why I turned it round is a bit of a grey area, really. It's because I eyeball most of these things. If, for example, this is not equidistant all the way round, I would tend to have the wider bit at the bottom, just because I feel that that's the way things kind of look. Likewise with this aperture here, if it wasn't absolutely central, I would like to put it more to the bottom than anywhere else. Right, now we need to assemble old Santa chops here to be peeking through here. So what would he look like? Let me just pretend. I won't put it on there in case. Oh no, it's all right. Let's have a look. We won't see all of him, but I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. So I was thinking of putting some texture on his beard, but I don't know, I think you can do a bit too much sometimes. Ooh. Let me glue the bottom of his beard, and then that can stick to the top of his body. Give him a bit of a jaunty angle. How long is his beard? There we are. And bend him a little bit, give him a bit of shape. His hat, top of his hat goes, give that a bit of shape as well. There we are. He's a cutie. Put a bit of glue there just to take to the back. That's it. Now I'm going to put a bit of foam tape down. A, it'll join all the sections together, and B, it will allow it to be raised slightly from the surface of the card. Okay. Right, do I want any of his head poking out, or? He looks like he's got his eyes shut, doesn't he? I don't know quite what the deal is there, really, but I don't know what I've done with this bobble. Story of my life, that is. My goodness. I have to do another one. It's no big deal. Probably here or in my slippers or somewhere. I don't know. Oh, goodness. Let's just do a bit of this. Bubble, bubble, wherever you are. Right. There was a time when I would spend time looking and looking and looking for things like this, and recently I think, oh, why bother? Just cut another one. It's only a tiny little thing. It won't take much space. So going to give it a bit of shape. Here we are. And I will put a little foam. Well, actually, I'll use a bit of this. I'll cut a bit of this one. A tiny bit of foam square tape on the back of the bobble. Right. Here we are. Right, that's going to go somewhere. But I would just like to put a bit of sort of background behind the hole. So what should I use? How about a bit of vellum? I have got this left over from the other day. I wonder what that would look like. That's quite nice. How about if I use vellum instead? I'll emboss the vellum. Let me emboss the vellum and see what that looks like. When you emboss vellum, of course, you get not only do you get the texture sticking up, but you also get it makes it sort of look whitish, which is kind of interesting. Let's just do this bit. See if I like this. I may decide just to leave the cupboard as it is, actually. Who knows? Let's have a look. Oh, that slipped a bit. Let's have a look. That's quite nice for a change. I think I'll use a bit of that. I've got such a pile of scrap behind me, but beside my guillotine, it's no odds to anybody. Right, let's put a bit of tape on the back of this. To raise it up just a tad. Right, that's the next thing probably. I'll put it round the edge ready for the putting it onto the main body of the card. But I'm just wondering, I need to put Santa or Troll or whomever he is in before I put the snowy background behind him. That was the snowy background I used was Sheena Douglas, fabulous snowy embossing folder, but it is no longer made. I've tried to find it for so many friends. Couldn't. I finished up embossing whole wads of card and sending them to different people. Right, now next comes, which way did I have it? That way, because I've got Merry Christmas at the top. Looked like that wasn't sticking for a moment. Ooh. Right, let's put him in next. Bit of his head popping out. Let me just put a bit of glue on the top of his hat, and then it can pop out of the circle. That's the way up. about there. Take off the backing for this. His leg is only just in position there. Put on the snow. He should stick to all of that. And let's have a look. Is he all right? Yeah, I think that's okay. Right, now I'll take this off. I think we're nearly there. They are kind of short and sweet, these ones, I must confess, without any great lengths gone to do specific techniques or whatever. But here we are. Right. Place it on my fingers. Position it and drop. There we are. There's day 3. Oh, I haven't got his bobble. I nearly forgot his bobble. Oh, crikey, I have to make him another one. Let's pop this one on. Here we are. There. Bless him. Bless his cotton socks. Day 3, done. My goodness. I wonder what tomorrow's going to bring. Thanks so much for watching.